Hey guys! So a couple of days ago I asked you over on Instagram to submit some questions that you had about my squishy collection, and today I'll be trying to answer as many of them as possible. And yeah, I have my squishy collection right here, so let's just get right into it. So the first question is a squishy that I'll never sell, and I feel like I have a couple answers to this, but one of them is this Cocoa Banana Bread or Donut. It is just one of the OG squishies that I've always wanted, actually. And whenever I say Cocoa Banana Bread or Donut, I always say it like that, like Cocoa Banana Bread or Donut. I got a few questions about my first ever squishy versus my most recent, and I don't think I've ever shared what my first ever squishy was, but it was this Piglet Toast, which I don't have anymore, unfortunately. And I think I gave it away, actually, as an extra in a package, which is really sad. Like, I wish I had it still. And my most recent squishy was a squishy that I got in my Bunnyful Wishes package a few weeks back, and it is this chocolate sacher torte. It is very, very slow rising. But if we're talking about the first ever squishy that I still own, like the oldest squishy in my collection, I would say it is this Pie Chow squishy. I literally looked through my old videos to see like what I first had that I still have, and I'm pretty sure it's this, which is from one of my older squishy collection videos. And this is actually probably another squishy that I will always keep. So I got a lot of questions along the lines of my least favorite squishy or a squishy I don't really like, and I usually end up selling my squishies that I don't love. So every so often I'll actually go through my collection and figure out like what squishies I still like and want to keep, and the squishies that I just don't really want anymore. So actually I did that yesterday, and I have a big box here of squishies that I just want to get rid of. And I'm actually going to be selling them on Mercari, who is kindly sponsoring today's video. And I'm sure most of you in the kawaii community are aware of Mercari and use it to buy and sell squishies. But if you're not, it's an app where, yeah, you can basically buy or sell anything you want to, not just squishies, of course. And I've used Mercari in the past to sell a lot of squishies, actually. And also I've purchased a lot of my favorite squishies on Mercari as well. For example, I got this Copen-chan pancake off of Mercari, and this is one of my favorite squishies that I own. So if you have any squishies from your collection that you don't really like anymore and want to get rid of, then Mercari is definitely the place to sell them. And it's super easy to list your items for sale on Mercari. Usually what I do when I have a ton of squishies is I just take a bunch of photos, and I like to get pictures of the front and the back so that the customers can see all of the squishy. And then for each item, you just add those pictures to your listing and fill out the name, description, and other details. And for delivery, you can either have the buyer pay for shipping or pay for it yourself as the seller, but that means you kind of have to build in the shipping price into your overall price. And then I just set the price, and usually I like to have the smart pricing feature on, and what that does is as time goes on and it doesn't sell, it'll automatically and kind of gradually lower the price based on demand. So yeah, that'll increase your chances of selling the squishy at the end of the day. So yeah, that is how I list squishies for sale on Mercari, and if you want to give them a try, then make sure to use my link in the description box. And again, a huge thank you to Mercari for sponsoring this video. I've literally used their app since like 2017. So yeah, thank you so much, and back to the video. So I know I said I usually sell squishies that I don't really like, but for a squishy that is my least favorite that I still have in my collection, it would probably be these mini macarons from the I Bloom dessert series. And I'm only keeping these because I have the full set, but these are probably my least favorite in that set, and just in general probably my least favorite squishies. Like, I just don't really care for them. So, and kind of an opposite to that question is, what is your favorite squishy? And I feel like I don't really have a favorite. I know I did like a top 10 favorites video a few months ago, and I did have one that was like ranked number 1, but I honestly wouldn't say that's my favorite, and just in general, like, it's too hard to choose. But one of my favorites, you know, like one of them is this Peko-chan dorayaki, and it's been a wishlist of mine. So I really am glad that I have it. And in general, I'm just kind of obsessed with Peko-chan squishies. Next is, what is your most expensive squishy? And it is this Pomelo. And I think I spent around $38 for it, like around $40 basically, which is pretty expensive, but it's kind of like a big squishy, so I feel like it's worth it. I mean, at least that's what I'm telling myself, but yeah, it's really slow rising. It's one of my favorites though, so I'm still glad that I got it. and also my most expensive squishy. Next question I got is, what is the squishy that you squish the most? And if you know me at least a little bit, you'll know that I don't really like to squish my squishies. I'm very particular about defects and I just don't want to ruin my squishies. And I know they're meant for squishing, but anyways. This squishy though, I do squish decently a lot because I don't think it'll get defects very easily. And it is this soap squishy. I also like to squish it because it smells really good, so yeah. But it's also not even that squishy, it's kind of a little bit dense. But I think it actually has a pretty nice texture and it's fun for me to squish. So I got a couple questions about my favorite squishies from Japan, and one of them is this cake roll for sure, and it's super slow rising. And I also think it's probably my least expensive squishy that I own. This was 300 yen, which is less than $3. My other favorites are these Disney squishies here. So I got these at the Disney store in Harajuku, and it says that they were 1,200 yen, but I'm pretty sure they were on sale at the time, so they were probably a little bit less than that. But yeah, here is the Winnie the Pooh donut. There's this ham donut. This Donald Duck waffle crepe thing, I don't even know. This Pluto ice cream thing, Daisy Duck cupcake, this Sully cake roll, alien macaron, and finally this Marie Cat ice cream. Someone asked about a squishy that I disliked at first but love now, and I have to say it is this Punimaru chestnut. I seriously just did not like it at first. It's just like a brown blob basically. But I really like it now because it's just so cute. It's like tiny and actually looks decently realistic, I feel like. What is your favorite tag series? It is the Kiki's Delivery Service squishies. I actually got these back in the day on Mercari, fun fact. So here is the croissant one. And there's the little charm. Here is this bagel with this charm. And here is the baguette, which is definitely my favorite. And here's what this charm looks like. So this is my favorite tag series. Also just the Disney squishies that I got from Japan, but I already showed those. I got a lot of questions about my rarest squishy. I think this is one of them that's like, I don't feel like too many people have. It's this chocolate pie chow. And the final question I'll be answering today is how I haven't gotten bored of squishies. And I kind of wanted to answer this because I feel like I don't really get the opportunity to just talk about these kinds of things. Usually I'm just like showing squishies in a squishy package or whatever. But as you guys may or may not know, I've been collecting for over 8 years now, which is absolutely crazy. And for the most part, I very much enjoyed collecting squishies and making videos. But back when I started college, so around like 2018, 2019, I definitely felt a little bit just like not interested in squishies anymore, and I actually was thinking about quitting at one point, which is really sad to think about because right now I am actually very much into squishies still and I enjoy it a lot. And yeah, I don't really have any plans of stopping anytime soon. I know I don't post as much as I used to, but that's because I just have other things that I have to deal with now that I am becoming more and more of an adult, unfortunately. But yeah, I really want to thank all of you who have watched my videos or subscribed. I really never thought my YouTube channel would become like this and it would become such a big part of my life, and I hope to do that as long as possible. So thank you guys so much. But on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and let me know if you want to see a part 2. I did get other questions and I didn't get the chance to answer them. So if you want to see a part 2, then make sure to let me know in the comments. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye!